today. From Levi's Stadium in Santa Clara, California, it's the NFC Divisional Round Playoffs on EA Sports. Justin Herbert and the San Francisco 49ers taking on Josh Allen and the Tampa Bay Buccaneers.
Well, it was a common sight in the 80s and 90s, not quite as frequent since, but it's back. Playoff football in the Bay Area here at Levi's Stadium in Santa Clara. Coming up, an important divisional round matchup in the NFC between the Tampa Bay Buccaneers and the San Francisco 49ers. Hello, everyone. As the postseason continues here on EA Sports, we're pleased to bring it to you. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. And who has the edge here? You got one side that had some extra rest, but another comes in off a win last week in the wild card round.
And it's funny, depending on which team you are, you say that that's an advantage. You'll take the rest, you'll take the week off, get your guys healed up a little bit and ready to go. But that team that's coming in off of a win last week, they're really excited to keep playing. They feel like they are hot and ready to go.
So out come the Bucs now for their first drive. They're led out by their Pro Bowl quarterback in his fourth season from Wyoming, Josh Allen.
And it wasn't really his best performance of the year in the wild card round last week. He just had the one touchdown pass, but he got the job done and his team advanced. For them to continue on to the championship round, though, he's going to need to take a few more chances with the ball downfield, push it a little bit more, and make sure his team finds its way into the end zone a few more times.
4 yards the result on the first play from scrimmage. Second down. From the gun, it's Allen. He's got Wilson, middle of the field.
I think that's a big pickup for a first down because when you run a drag route against zone, you're sometimes asking for trouble because you might run into a defender.
Yeah, well, there they ran into a first down. Executed it to perfection. And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete.
We know it's not an easy job to go out and catch passes when people are trying to tackle you and knock the ball away. But the bottom line is that's a pass he's got to have and a pass he should have caught.
To throw once more on set. Now the Niners get there and bring him down. Jason McCourty, a safety blitz and a sack.
And this is what you've got to do against a quarterback like him. You've got to keep him in the pocket and not let him get to the perimeter because once he gets outside, that's where he can really hurt you.
'49ers have an extra defensive back on the field. A nickel set for third down. To throw, it's Allen. Man open, he's got it complete to Cortland Sutton. And this will move the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the 49ers' 45-yard line.
Now, that was a fun one to watch right there. A nice in-breaking route and plenty of room in the middle of the field. And he was able to get behind the linebackers and grab the completion for a really good pickup.
Allen's throw is complete. Not much there, only a yard.
As a defense, you're more balanced when you're in zone coverage because you're able to keep your eyes on the quarterback and see the play develop in front of you. You're able to keep the quick pass in front of them and stop it right at the line of scrimmage.
4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a third down. Allen now looks to throw. Oh, that's into a sea of bodies, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Denzel Ward. The 20. And into the end zone. A pick six for the 49er D as they score the touchdown. And we'll we'll see if that pick six looms large as this game continues, because we've seen plays like that alter a lot of playoff contests over the years.
I would agree with that totally. And you often think to yourself, why do they alter it so much? Because after games, don't we hear coaches and players say, well, one play doesn't usually determine the outcome. But I don't think that's really true, do you? Because there's times when we see plays like that, and all of a sudden the momentum jumps to that team side, it deflates the other side, and they never pick it back up. And then things really go from there, don't they?
That's the thing for me. We talk about momentum changes. A play like that is the ultimate momentum change. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. And following the pick six, and they have decent field position in throwing that pick six. We'll see how they attack this drive.
And I think all you say to your guy is, listen, let's just take care of the football a little bit better. Make some better decisions on this drive, and they'll probably help him a little bit with maybe some really high percentage throws early to let him get settled back in.
But they told us they've got confidence. That's not a problem.
Yeah, not a problem at all.
Oh, Allen cannot get away, and down he goes. Linval Joseph breaking through to get him to the ground. It's a loss of 7. Not the start to this one that any quarterback would want or envision. Remember, he had the pick six, and here he ends up on his backside.
And you have to wonder to yourself, okay, after throwing the pick six, did he get too careful with the football and not deliver downfield and take that sack? They've got to make sure that he's really into this game.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. It's caught. Smith. The completion good for only 6, and that'll bring up 4th.
He wasn't the primary target, but I think it was almost like a check down situation, wasn't it?
Yeah, hoping he can break some tackles, a big tight end, but he couldn't do it.
Yeah, get it to that big frame and hope he can scatter some bodies, unable to get it done.
They'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. So here are the 49ers and their offense in great field position already. And they'll be led by the NFL's Offensive Rookie of the Year for 2020 in his 2nd season, former Oregon Duck, Justin Herbert.
And he and his team, they were the beneficiaries of a first-round bye earned by a tremendous regular season. He'd been a little bit nicked up, so he could use the rest. And I'm sure his teammates felt the exact same way. But now it'll be interesting to watch their first few drives in this one. Because sometimes getting the rest is great, but sometimes you accumulate a little bit of rust as well. Maybe they come out flat, and they can't afford that in the postseason.
To throw again on 2nd down. Herbert finding Ertz again. These guys hooking up right away here, Charles. 2 plays, both passes in his direction, and both catches.
And in our time together, have we not seen the tight end position continue to develop in the passing game? You know, at some point, we may not call them tight ends anymore. We may have to come up with an entirely different way of designating that position and what they do on the field. Because when I hear tight end, I think of the old school, hand in the dirt, blocking on the line of scrimmage. These guys are much more receiver than they are guys who are going to move in the passing in the running game.
And inside the 20 before he's brought down.
Nice job there finding room to maneuver, and he worked his way into another first down. And look, they had great field position to start, but boy, they've done a nice job taking advantage of it.
Now they're just hoping to cap it off. And he couldn't quite get there. Tackled down at the 1. Well, he did everything but get him in the end zone there, but now they're set up. Golden opportunity, strong opening drive, and they're knocking on the door.
And the way that they did it, now look where they are on the field, right? This is naturally set up for a running play, isn't it? But with his ability to throw the football, his accuracy on this drive, you might want to think about a pass play in this situation.
Interesting. Time to find out. They'll give Ford out another crack. And he's maybe going to get this back to the 4, but that's about all. Big play coming here. It's 3rd and goal. Here's Herbert. Rolling to his right. And it's caught. Touchdown 49ers. Jared Cook. Out. And the Niners are able to stretch their lead. early on, they have all facets of the game working in tandem.
Yeah, you get the defensive touchdown early to give you the first score, and then your offense piggybacks on top of that and gets their own. And any coach we've ever talked to, we've had that conversation with them prior to the game, they always say, you know, if we can score on defense or special teams, that gives us like a 95% chance of winning the game. I don't know if that number's correct, but it certainly does tend to play out that way, doesn't it?
It does. And the conversion goal, he's got it. So the lead swells to 16-0. So their second touchdown of this first half, they went for 2 after score number 1. Didn't get it. Now they get the equalizer, so to speak.
So to speak, and you can understand the thinking. Because they didn't get it after the first score, they wanted to get back to a normal points pattern, get up to 14. But just think, if they missed it here, only up 12-0. 1 extra point on the other side could ultimately beat you if they score twice.
Over the middle to Smith. And this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30. 14-0 the score. This is the NFL on EA Sports. From the 30 on second down, Allen. He finds Corey Davis. And he'll be tackled right on the chalk of the 45. Here's Allen on 1st and 10. Right back to Davis. It's complete. And he'll work it across midfield inside the 45. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. So they fake the handoff. Now Allen. And down he goes. The 49ers get there. Casey Hayward with a sack on a well-timed corner blitz. These sacks now, they're starting to pile up, Charles. And that front 7 defensively, they've had their way with this offensive line.
And I think at this stage, we have to start thinking about different play calls. We've got to start helping this quarterback out because the entire game he's been under siege. I don't care what the down and distance. They've got to get the ball out of his hands a lot quicker.
Oh, man, it was a prep All-American in nearby Antioch. It's Najee Harris. And he's got this one across midfield into 49er territory. 4 yards on the pickup there, and now they'll have to contend with a 3rd and 13. So the shotgun snap to Allen. A leap, and he's got it. He got it. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. A big play that time through the air. 30 yards. Operating from the red zone now. Allen. Dancing to his left. He'll get 3 yards on the scramble there at 2nd down.
Yeah, he only gets a few yards on 1st and 10, but he's better off doing that than throwing an incompletion or even worse, an interception.
Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Allen. Escaping the pressure right. And out of bounds all the way down at the 3.
Obviously, a big play was needed, and you can see his eyes light up as he realized there's absolutely no one in front of him. And he takes off and goes a long way. Now,
and in for the Buccaneers touchdown. Jake Kumaro from 3 yards out. And the Bucs have made this a 1-score game. Crosby with the extra point, and that'll cut the lead down to a touchdown. That time a 9-play drive, and it ends with a touchdown for the Bucs. Now after the touchdown, here's Crosby to kick it away. Returning from his end zone is Ty Johnson. And they'll get him down right around the 25, actually the 26 officially, so a net gain of 1 there. The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive. And they had to wait a long time to get the football back. Probably not what you were hoping for when you got an offense that's humming.
Agreed. What you were looking for is the defense get the ball back pretty quickly, right? Hoping for a 3 and out. So that didn't happen. You can't yell at your D for that. They've got to take care of their own business and reestablish themselves now that they're back on the field.
And his throw's going to be incomplete.
Well, you most certainly don't want to go 3 and out here and give the football right back, because your friend, Old Momentum, he's wondering if he should change sidelines about right now. And if you don't convert here, guess what? He's going to make the trek to the opposite side, and all of a sudden, you've got a battle on your hands.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Here's Herbert. Caught by the tight end, Ertz. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up 2nd down. Herbert throwing again. Ertz over the middle.
That was a route run not just with dexterity, but with intelligence. Found the hole in the zone, made sure the quarterback saw him, and was able to make the sure catch and flip the down marker back to 1.
A 1st down run there by Fournette as he'll get this forward for a gain of about 3. Second corner action, 2 minutes to go on divisional round weekend. On 2nd and 7, Herbert flushed out right. Airs it out toward the corner of the end zone. Thrown across his body, and it's intercepted. Picked up by James Bradbury. And the Bucs are going to take possession here. It's a touchback, and they'll take over at the 20-yard line. A young quarterback, Charles, rolling to his right. I know he's right-handed, but is that one that maybe a veteran sticks in his pocket?
I think so, but you have to remember, with young quarterbacks, it may take a few years before they get all the stuff out of them that they did earlier in their career or even in their college days when they were used to being dominant. In this case, the NFL veteran defense ended up winning the battle.
And that is incomplete. 2nd and 10. Here's Johnson. And now where are they going to mark him here? Well, they say he did get back to the 1-yard line, but that could have easily been 2 points the other way. They'd like to avoid punting from their own end zone so they could use something here on 3rd down. Again, they keep it on the ground, and again, it's Johnson. Now San Francisco going to call their 2nd timeout as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. Here's Michael Pilardi now as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. And he's able to get it out of there. Johnson to return it, fighting his way through contact. Going to be a 44-yard punt. The return goes for 8. And the Niners set up well. They take over 1st and 10 on the short side of the field. Try to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw, eluding the pressure right. This is caught. It's Brown. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds.
Time to give some credit to the big fellows, the offensive line here, because you've got to have good protection on crossing routes, because you've got to give your receiver time to work all the way across the field. That time able to scan the field, spot his receiver moving left to right, and make a good, accurate throw. Thank you, guys.
Creeping up on a minute to play in this 1st half. They'll run here with Ingram, and he'll be stopped just outside the 5 at the 6. It's a gain of a yard, and it'll set up 2nd and goal. And again, it's Ingram. And he's going to take it in. Touchdown, San Francisco. Mark Ingram. A 6-yard touchdown run. And the 49ers add 6 to their lead.
Partner, to me, that touchdown had something that was kind of rooted in that group seeing the future. What I mean by that is they had a plan. Let's find a way to score right here before the half. And that'll give us momentum going into the 2nd half. Give us that cushion that we're looking for. They got that accomplished, scoring right before the half ended.
And he will get into the end zone again, and he seems to have a nose for it as he gets both the touchdown and the 2-point conversion. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. Short kick. One of the up middle take it down. And they've got it up past the 35, so pretty good starting field position. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. And with good starting field position and 3 timeouts as well in their pocket, no reason not to try and put a late scoring drive together. A throw caught by Kumaro. Now the Bucs going to use the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 34 seconds to go before halftime. from midfield. Here's Allen. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. The Bucs going to go ahead and use the second of their timeouts as the clock will stop with just under 30 seconds to go in the first half. Throwing again on second down. Allen. And now off to the races, down the right side. And into the end zone. A pick six for the 49er D as they score a touchdown.
Partner, what we just saw, that's a great example of a team that was really amped up. They've been playing so well, yet they didn't get overexcited and have a bust on defense and gave up a big play. Instead, they created their own big play with a pick six. This one may be over.
Yeah, it's just the first half, but that lead has swelled to the point where you're wondering if it is over already. And the reinforcements come in as they're going to stop him behind the line.
I know they didn't tack on the 2 points, but I liked their attempt. After the interception return for a touchdown, I was thinking to myself, forget kicking it, go for two, and they did.
Oh, yeah, and everybody's scrambling. Maybe you catch the defense on their heels. They weren't ready to be out there.
Yeah, it's almost like a sudden change, right? There's a turnover, you take it away, they stuck it in the end zone, keep the momentum going. Give credit to the defensive guys for rallying and stopping that 2-point attempt.
Now Allen to try again after the pick six. The Bucs forced to use their third and final timeout as they'll stop it with 13 seconds to play in half number one. And maybe they were coming with a blitz that time and it caused a jump.
I think if we saw it, you know that they saw it. Might have been a little discussion down there. Bad guys coming, pick them up, and someone jumped.
Meanwhile, Allen's throw going to be caught by Davis. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. On now is Mason Crosby, who's hit from as far as 58 in his career. So we've come upon halftime here in this NFC Divisional Round matchup. As we'll send you eastward to Orlando. Standing by with that EA Sports Halftime Report now is Jonathan Coachman. Take it away, Coach.
All right, Brandon, thanks very much. This is the first of 4 Divisional Round matchups coming up this weekend. We'll get back out to you guys in just a moment. But first, let's take a look ahead to tomorrow's other Divisional Round game in the NFC. And it looks like we've got a good one in store, as it'll be the Minnesota Vikings taking on the Philadelphia Eagles. Meanwhile, in our game, we're set up for a terrific second half. So to find out who will advance to the NFC title game, let's send it back out to Brandon Godden.
All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. A trip to the NFC title game hanging in the balance. Second half action back underway. The return man, Ty Johnson. Now a crease here as he's past the 30. And a good return, able to get out across the 35 to the 36. The 49er offense set to go to begin quarter number 3. And they have made this look easy. I mean, there's not supposed to be anything easy about the NFL playoffs, but this lead, yes, they're at home, but this has been impressive.
And we hear all the time when upsets happen, teams go on the road, that maybe home field advantage isn't all it's cracked up to be. But you and I both know the reality is teams really fight hard to get it. Why? You don't ever have to change routine. Everything's familiar going into the game. It makes things easier, and that has paid off for them in a big way in this contest.
And he'll take this up over the 40 to about the 41. Now it's Herbert. And he finds his tight end. It's Ertz. And he is going to have a 49ers first down as they're able to get the third down conversion. So 1st and 10, and if they score on this drive, might have to start digging in our second half blowout material. A handoff to Fournette. And he'll take this ahead for about 4. Second down coming up. In the first half, he was held in check on the ground, but despite that lack of production, they still have the lead.
Yeah, and they've got to feel fortunate about that. If they could actually get production from their lead horse, that would help open up this offense and widen this margin too.
And the Bucs with an extra defender in the secondary now on third down. Now Herbert with it, looking to pass. They go screen. This is Ingram. And they'll get him down about 3 yards short of the first. That's going to bring up 4th down, only a gain of 2 there. Kyle Shanahan's made the decision. They're going on 4th down. On 4th down, Herbert. Over the middle, it's Jared Cook. And they will touch him down, but not before he gets the first. They go back to the ground now with Fournette. And he'll be a couple yards shy of the red zone here at the 22-yard line. Options galore here, 2nd and a few inches. Back to the ground, this time with Ingram. He's got the first down inside the 10, and all the way down to the 5.
Looks to me like maybe there's a little attrition setting in with this drive, because when you see that type of a run, I get the feeling the defense getting a little bit tired.
And that's the last thing they need, especially when they look up at the scoreboard. And he'll get this one back to the 5-yard line, but no further than that. They'll say no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd and goal. They'll run it again with Fournette. And, he's going to be brought down by the face mask. Here come the flags. This is going to get him a first down. Well, Leonard Fournette, so big and strong, tough to wrap up. At that time, they did so by grabbing the face mask.
Well, as you well know, he's much too big for guys to try and arm tackle. You've got to bring some body with you. This time, the hand got up too high, and that necessitated the throwing of the flag. Ingram. And he'll take this into the end zone for a San Francisco touchdown. Mark Ingram, his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the 49ers continue to show why it pays to play at home in the postseason as they add on to their lead. And now this is right in Kyle Shanahan's wheelhouse. He'll go for 2 here. They'll try and run with Ingram. And he got it on the touchdown run, but he won't get in here. He'll be stopped short, and they'll come up empty on the try for 2.
I know we could sit up here and dance around it a little bit, but going for 2 in this situation, somebody doesn't like someone else. There's no doubt in my mind.
Well, what they couldn't see is you leave. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. They have been struggling. I would imagine at halftime they went through some possible changes. Well, those changes aren't working, so now where do you go?
I think that now it's much more in their head. And what I mean by that is just what you said. You've gone over the changes. I bet they were pretty clinical at the half, not too emotional. They might need to go to the emotional side because you've got to find something, some spark somewhere. And so far, just being calm hasn't exactly worked.
They need any spark at this point.
I know a lot of times we like to put players in certain boxes. He does this and he does that. But this guy, he can do a little bit of everything. He's not just a lead blocker or a guy who protects the passer. Handing the ball, you might want to get out of the way.
On first down, Allen. He'll get this one complete to Davis. They'll contain him to just 4. 2nd down. Throwing now is Allen. And he will find his man on the end route. Complete. And this will move the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the 49ers' 38-yard line. Allen now on first down. And the catch made by Johnson. And he's got room. And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or 2 shy of the 10. A big play there on the catch and run. Now a 1st and 10 at the 11. Now Allen. Completing it to the right side, Johnson. And he'll go down, and that will do it for the 3rd quarter of action. 1 quarter remains for a trip to the NFC title game. This is the National Football League on EA Sports. And again, it's Allen. He finds his man, Johnson. And this carry brought to an end at the 8. Good stick skills, just not much room there to operate. call it a gain of a yard, and they're going to face a third down. Now Allen. Well, had his hands on it, couldn't bring it in. Pretty symptomatic of how this game's been going.
That incompletion is not a surprise with the way that this one has gone, and the frustration, the body language is evident everywhere. This team, they've really been put through the ringer in this one.
And it's intercepted at the goal line. Picked up by Denzel Ward. And now look at him go. The 40. Past the 20.
Yeah, it's on.
And into the end zone. A pick six for the 49er D as they score the touchdown. That's the story of the game. They've been suffocating all game long on defense. They were suffocating there again in a big way.
And they've done it not just by out-athleting them, which is often the case, but by being able to adjust to anything they tried to throw at them and beating them to the punch each and every time. This was a defense that was well prepared.
Tucker with the extra point, and that will extend this big lead. So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. From his end zone, Wilson. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line. Back now comes Tampa Bay. Their hopes of advancing past this divisional round hanging by a thread, if that, as they begin here with a 1st and 10 on the wrong side of the scoreboard. Throwing after the interception. Allen. It's brought in by Harris. And he will lose yardage and be backed up to the 24. So it goes as a completed pass, but they lose a full 5 yards. To throw again on 2nd down. Allen. A throw taken in by Tylan Wallace. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line.
Well, this game was decided a while ago, and that completion there is going to artificially inflate his passing numbers. So right now, the only one really applauding probably his agent as he thinks about angling for a new contract.
And the Niners get there and bring him down. Robert Quinn. It'll go as a loss of about 8 as he gets in there to drop him. And you could say that is just another cherry on top for this defense and that entire team. But really, this defense has sparked what's been an impressive effort here in this one.
And notice you used the word sparked, because you're not seeing that on the other side of the ball, are you? The offense right now, the spark has left their game, and it's been because of what you described, that defensive pressure.
Here's a throw dropped off to his fullback. They'll wind up getting 7 on the play, and that's going to lead to a 3rd and 11.
It's pretty easy to overlook the fullback when you're making your assignments defensively in the pass coverage game, but in this case, they made him pay for that oversight and picks up a nice gain.
Throwing is Allen on 3rd. Got a man, and he hits him in stride. And to the 46 he goes and no further, so he is well short of the 1st down marker. The result, only 4 yards there on the play. And that's going to make it 4th down. On 4th down, the punt team is on as this is sent away. And this will be out of bounds. Now it's a question of where they'll mark it. And they'll say it crosses at the 11-yard line. San Francisco's offense returns to the field. And it would appear that that 1st-round bye certainly helped. They've looked fresh from the start and no letdown here as they lead big in this divisional round, and they look to book a spot in the conference championship. And not much here as he'll get it to the 11, maybe the 12-yard line. There to stop him on the defensive side, Fred Warner. On 2nd and 9, Herbert. And bringing it in right side here, Beckham. And he almost gets this to the 30, taken down about a yard shy.
When you have someone throwing it that well, that confidently, you don't have to call the game in fear at all, do you? You just go ahead and play.
Yep, confidence with a lead to throw it here in the 4th, and boom, he's on the money.
Yeah, you don't have to tuck your head in and go like turtle at this point. You can just go ahead and play.
And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. A big play that time on the catch and run. Coming up on the final 2.5 minutes. And boy, has it been fun to watch this offense operate. Quite the display, and now they look to polish it off. Flush to his right. 20! And they're going to be set up down around the 15-yard line. A big connection on that one. 32 yards. Herbert operating from the red zone. They'll roll him out right. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And the ball is knocked out, and it's picked up by the Buccaneers. So it's Buccaneer football as we welcome you back. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. They knew this would be tough on the road divisional round, and that has certainly been the case with the deficit they face in this fourth quarter. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And that's good for a pickup of 10 yards. And that'll make it second and a foot or so. Working out of the shotgun, here's Allen. They will find Davis. That's complete.
This has to go down as one of the simpler routes in the playbook, but oh so effective. Nice completion there. Keeps the sticks moving.
And a quick throw here. That's complete. And he'll get this up to the 34-yard line. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. Now Allen again. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off by the linebacker, C.J. Mosley. And they will set up shop in enemy territory at the 42-yard line. CD, this defense, man, at this rate, they're just having fun out there right now.
And normally with this type of a lead, if you're a starter on defense, you're saying, hey, let the other guys play. But with this going on, no one wants to come out of the game. They all want their shot at picking off a pass.
With the late lead, Herbert's going to throw it, escaping the pressure right. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete. Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. Herbert. Flushed out right. This is caught inside the 15. And they are going to score again. Yet another touchdown as they just add to their totals.
So, my man, another touchdown. They're looking like the #1 seed that they earned throughout the year. Looking pretty dominant right now.
We knew the road to the Super Bowl would run right through this stadium. Somebody's going to have to come in here and beat these guys. Good luck. Yeah, I don't think it's happening this weekend.
No, definitely not this weekend. And for anyone else out there, bring your game.
Buyer beware. Another 2-point conversion attempt coming for the Niners. And they'll have Herbert try and throw for it. And this is going to be caught. So add 2 more to the lead as they continue to pour it on here in the 4th.
Well, I guess when you're hot, you're hot. I mean, I would just go ahead and take the extra point and move on. But apparently they've got something to prove. Almost feels like something was said this week, and they wanted to make sure that they laid it on them in this game.
They're going to take this up close to the 40, so really good starting field position. And Tampa Bay trots out there now. Let's just be frank. They're playing for pride at this point.
That's all that's left, because victory, not a chance now. And I can't wait to see how they actually go about doing it, because there are a lot of people watching the body language of the guys on the field now, and if they call plays they want executed, they need to do that.
And down he goes. The 49ers get there. Ndamukong Suh, credit him with a sack as he buries him for a loss of 10.
That right now, that's a defeated team out there. I think you can see it totally in their body language.
Hands on hips, heads low. It's just been a struggle from the start.
Yeah, this team has been thoroughly beaten right from the word go.
One final shot. They'll look to throw. Complete. It's Johnson. And he'll be out of bounds across the 30-yard line. And the Niners will continue on as we say so long, everybody. So that's a wrap for Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gunn. And this has been a presentation of the NFL on EA Sports. For more, check us out at easports.com. The 49ers get the win here at home as we say so long from Santa Clara.